Have you ever turned your house upside down looking for your keys only to find them in the fridge? Today, we're diving into the hidden world of lost and found and how it all connects to your IELTS speaking score.
That sounds familiar. I'm Emma, and I can't wait to tackle these questions about losing and finding things.
I'm Jack Turner, your examiner for this practice session. You'll hear strong answers, practical vocabulary, and tips to boost your band score.
So, if you want to sound more natural in your IELTS speaking test, stick around. We'll cover personal experiences, technology, and those tricky emotional moments when you misplace something important.
Let's jump in. This is an IELTS speaking test simulation. Today's topic, losing and finding things, organisation and technology.
It's such a relevant topic. I think everyone can relate to losing something and the chaos it brings.
Good morning. My name is Jack Turner. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Yes, of course. My name is Emma Collins.
Thank you, Emma. Let's talk about your belongings. Are you generally an organised person?
I'd say I'm quite organised, but not perfectly. I usually keep essentials like my keys and wallet in the same spot. But if I'm rushing, I sometimes just drop things wherever I can.
So true rushing always seems to lead to lost items. Do you often lose things?
Thankfully, not too often, but I do misplace small objects now and then. My earphones are the biggest culprit. They seem to vanish into bags, pockets, or even sofa cushions.
What kinds of things do people commonly lose?
I think keys, phones, bank cards, and umbrellas top the list. Since we carry them everywhere, it's easy to leave them behind, especially when we're distracted.
What do you normally do when you can't find something?
My first step is always retracing my steps. I picture the last time I used the item and go backwards, instead of searching randomly. It almost always saves time and stress.
Nice use of comparison there, retracing steps versus random searching. Have you ever found something valuable that belonged to another person?
Yes, once I found a wallet on a train. There was cash and an ID card inside, so I gave it to the station staff. I'd feel guilty just walking away. It's important to help.
That's a strong example. Now I'm going to give you a cue card. You'll have 1 minute to prepare, and then you should speak for up to 2 minutes. Cue card. Describe a time when you lost something important. You should say what you lost, where you think you lost it, what you did to find it, and explain how you felt about the experience. Whenever you're ready, Emma, please begin.
I'd like to talk about the time I temporarily lost my phone while travelling. It was about a year ago, and I was on a train to visit a friend. My phone held everything: ticket, directions, contacts. When I arrived, I reached into my coat pocket and realised it wasn't there. Panic set in. I checked every pocket, emptied my bag, and still couldn't find it. I started retracing my steps and remembered using it just before getting off. Luckily, I had my laptop and used a tracking feature. It showed the phone was still at the station. That was a huge relief. I went to the desk, explained, and the cleaning team found it between the seat and the wall. That experience really made me realise how dependent I am on my phone. It's not just the device, it's photos, tickets, banking, even memories. I was so relieved to get it back, and since then, I always check my pockets before leaving anywhere.
Do you think that experience has made you more organised?
Definitely. I haven't changed my personality, but I now have a habit of mentally checking for phone, wallet, keys before leaving a train or cafe. It's become second nature.
Good explanation. Let's move to some broader questions. Why do you think people lose things so frequently nowadays?
Distraction is a big part of it. We're always multitasking, texting, listening, planning our next move. When your mind is scattered, it's easy to forget where you put something.
Do you think technology has made people more organised or less organised?
It's a bit of both. We have reminders, calendar apps, and tracking devices, which help a lot. But if people rely heavily on tech, they might stop developing their own habits. So, it's helpful if used wisely.
That's a thoughtful answer. Should children be taught how to look after their belongings?
Absolutely. It's vital for independence. Kids need routines like putting school things in one place, so they learn responsibility. If parents do everything, children don't get the chance to learn from their mistakes.
Why are some possessions more emotionally valuable than financially valuable?
Objects often hold memories or connections to people, like a letter from a grandparent might be practically worthless in money, but priceless in sentimental value. It's the feelings attached that matter most.
Do you think people will lose fewer physical objects in the future?
Maybe. With more digital tickets, payments, and electronic keys, fewer things can go missing. But I doubt the problem will vanish. Humans are forgetful, and I suspect we'll still leave things in taxis or cafes.
What might be the disadvantages of using tracking technology on everyday belongings?
Privacy is the main issue. The tech that helps find your bag could also be used to track your movements. And if you rely too much on gadgets, you could struggle if the battery dies or the system fails.
That's a well-balanced answer. Before we finish, let's review a few useful phrases from today's dialogue. First, retrace my steps. Emma, what does that mean?
It means going back, either mentally or physically, through the places you've recently been to find something. For example, I retraced my steps and found my keys in the cafe.
Excellent. The second phrase is a huge relief.
We use this to describe feeling much less worried after solving a stressful problem, like finding my passport was a huge relief.
Next up, sentimental value.
That's when something is important because of the emotions or memories it's connected to, not its price. For example, the necklace has enormous sentimental value because it belonged to my grandmother.
And finally, rely heavily on something.
This means depending on something a lot. For example, many people rely heavily on their smartphones for everyday tasks.
Great. Try these out in your own sentences. They're perfect for IELTS speaking. Here's a quick speaking tip. When answering part 3 questions, avoid giving only one side. Instead, use a structure like main idea, explanation, example, or contrast, then a balanced conclusion.
That helps your answer sound more fluent and thoughtful and shows the examiner you can use flexible vocabulary.
So next time, remember to give reasons, add examples, and explain the emotional or social meaning behind your ideas. That's the difference between a Band 6 and a Band 8 answer. Let's wrap up. 3 key takeaways. First, use real examples and strong vocabulary like retrace my steps. Second, balance your answers by showing both sides of an argument. Third, explain emotional or practical meaning, not just facts.
If you want to improve, practice building your answers with reasons and examples. Try recording yourself or practicing with a friend to get more confident.
Thanks for joining us for this Band 8 IELTS speaking mock test. Keep practicing and you'll be ready for anything the examiner asks.